We need an event. Well, that's good. It's your boy Rico. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Duel. If I sound out of breath, I'm sorry. I was just chasing Aries around. I need to give Aries some exercise. He's kind of packing in a little bit of weight. So I've been trying to teach my Aries some CrossFit. Just chasing him around the house. Anyway, regardless of that, today's episode, we have 3 matches I want to show off. 2 matches are going to be me featuring a deck, featuring a figure, the Guzzlord, okay? We got the Guzzlord. We finally got the Guzzlord. I've been wanting to test Guzzlord for a while now. Can't remember who told me this, but they sent me, I think I did like 2 videos on Guzzlord already, on how underrated he is. So I'm like, you know what? Craney just made a video. Well, he didn't just make a video. It was, I think, a couple days ago. But he made a video featuring the Guzzlord and a weight deck. So I was like, you know what? I kind of want to test it out for myself. So that's what we did. But before that, we have a match showing how to deal with the black and white Kyurem. Only if you're paid to play, though, unfortunately. And before we even get into that, I do want to show you guys this. The Combustion. Shout out to Sam for showing me this. Pokemon Duel devs, they like to kind of secretly sprinkle some things in there and not mention changes that they did not, or mention changes that they did do, but they didn't want to tell us. Anyway, the Combustion. Remember how this used to be the Searing Shot, and then we got Searing Shot with the nipple, and it was different. It was a 2-star, whereas Searing Shot I think was only a 1-star, but now they changed it to Combustion. The battle opponent becomes burnt. Is there any other attacks that they kind of changed that we missed? Please let me know in the comments below. And also, as you guys know, we got boosters. We'll hit those boosters, and then we'll we have a locked booster too. And then you guys see my deck. And then we'll show these matches. It's a weekend. How's your guys' weekend? Is it for those of you in the US, it is a 3-day weekend for us. We do have Memorial Day, so I will have tomorrow off as well. I'll probably stream later tonight. I don't know if it's gonna be Pokemon Duel though. Kind of want to play something different because we don't have any events, man. I'm getting kind of bored. I'm kind of just testing out random decks now. I guess they wouldn't say they were that random, but all right, let's go with the gold booster, and then we'll go with the locked booster. Actually, we should probably stream Pokemon Duel because we need to get to at least 5K for the monthly points, which we're kind of almost there. How long do we have? A couple weeks. I'm beginning to wonder. I'm actually going to speculate. We're probably not going to get an event for the remainder of this month. We'll probably get an event next banner when we saw that there was going to be changes. So when was it? The 7th? So I believe we'll probably get it. Let's look at that real quick. I believe we'll get a team match. Feature plan 7th through the 10th. Yeah, I bet you will get a team match event right there. And then after that, in addition, starting the 12th, we'll be planning to make the next banner. So we'll probably, okay, so then we'll have a team match event the 6th through the 7th, or the 7th through the 10th, and then we'll have our new banner with our new 3-day boost and 10 win enhanced boost ticket. So I'm pretty excited to see that, see how they're going to implement that. Please, can we get tickets for daily logins after a week? Can we please get the tickets for, dude, and I want it to be like for the 11-game win streak for the gym, or let's say for the Queen's Cub. Dude, it'd be so cool if they made it like you have to, I don't know, get to S rank within 4 days or 3 days, or I don't know, just something that makes people want to play, not just like play X amount of games and then you get the tickets. Like, I want to have an incentive to get to those tickets. So I hope there's like a tier, like if you get this, you get 5 tickets. If you do this, you get 10 tickets. So something like that. But all right, let's jump into these matches. The first one comes from Jack. Okay, so Jack sent me this match via Twitter, and this actually happened to me back when I was running. I say back when I was running, like it was a long time ago, but it was legitimately like what, 1 video ago when I was running my Primal Sphere deck. This happened to me, and what it is this figure, and the reason why it's pay to play is because of the backtrack. And what does the backtrack do? This Pokemon may move to the bench. If it does, its battle opponent moves to the bench and returns to the figure it was at the start of the duel. So you guys already know what happens when you have your Kyurem. When you change it into Black Kyurem, because of the Zekrom, right? Black Kyurem. When it hits the backtrack, that Zekrom was gone. and it can never come back. Bye-bye, Zekrom. So you are going to be permanently down a figure for the entirety of the duel, and your Kyurem's going to go back into base Kyurem, the Kyurem, just Kyurem, Ice Drag. Yeah, anyway. This actually happened to me when I was running the Primal. They did land Backtrack on my Dawnwings, and I lost my Lunala for the entirety of the duel, and all I had was my base Necrozma. So, if you guys are seeing a lot of black and white Kyurems, which we kind of are, and if you are a pay-to-play player and you do have the Celebi, but that thing, if you don't have the Celebi, or if you have the Celebi but you don't have them in your deck, put them in your deck. I'm pretty sure everybody who has Celebi is probably rocking Celebi. But yeah, it's gonna help immensely against these decks. Like, look at this deck. This deck is so annoying because we got the Nipple, we got the synergy with the Nipple and the black Kyurem, and then we have this thing, the Coward. You guys know how I feel, but let's watch how this match unfolds. And Jack here, 1993, is rocking a team of all runners. I didn't even realize that until just now. So because he has a bunch of runners, typically what I usually see is the long throw and then just immediately goes into the black or white Kyurem and take the entry point. But because he has so many runners, there's really no point in doing that. So it looks like they're going to play the Grass Sphere because, well, wait, you don't even really need to play the Grass Sphere because none of these things can make you move, right? No. Yeah, I guess you don't even really need to play the Grass Sphere. Because you just liked where your figures were. So it looks like the opponent here is they're going to Mega Alakazam. They're going to bring that Alchemy. They're going to put it on the Nipple because that's what nipples do. They like to be golden for some reason. I don't know. Tassels, like, woo! Anyway, Jack doesn't want any part of that with his Poplio. So he's like, I'm out of here. We're going to get out of here because I don't want to be banished. But what the opponent is going to do, they're going to change into the Black Kyurem. And I like this play here. He's like, all right, you have your Nipple all golden, but guess what? We're going to go straight after it with our Marshadow because Marshadow has pretty decent odds of taking it out. Does not hit the roll that he wants right now, but he DC'd and he's going to try to get that Spectral Thief, and he does get it. Goodbye, Nipple. So much for your Alchemy. But now what they're going to do is they put the Alchemy on this thing, the Black Kyurem. And what's good, and I love this play. Because, I mean, granted, his will is gold, and that could happen, but he's not going to get banished because the Nipple is in the PC. So I love this play. I agree with this play. So now the opponent realizes, he's like, wait a minute, I need my Nipple on here so we can get some banishes. So that's exactly what they do. They max revive, and then what happens is Jack here is going to max revive, and he's going to max revive with the Celebi, and he goes after him like, oh, bro, whoa, this is very risque because you could get banished, but he does get the Backtrack. And just like that, so long to the Alchemy Black Kyurem. Goodbye, Zekrom. Now what are you going to do? It's going to move up with his... Looks like Jack's going to move up with the Poplio. Just going to attack here with the Poplio. Try and get the KO because the Kyurem has a decent size miss. But it looks like Poplio wants to sing and put him to sleep instead. Let's see. Opponents, you're going to attack with the Vulpix. And freezes him. He's got a Kyurem right next to him. So what Jack does here, I love this play. He's going to Hydro Vortex, not because he has a good shot at KOing this Kyurem, but because what he can do is confuse this Kyurem. And when this Kyurem is status, its ability does not work. So what the opponent here is they're going to move on here, and they're not going to attack, which is a huge mistake because now Jack can unfreeze the Marshadow. I guess maybe the opponent forgot that Kyurem's ability states if it's not status, I believe, right? If this Pokemon is not affected by a special condition. I think what the opponent should have done was move this Kyurem over here because this one is not status, or at least attacked with the Victini because there's only one Mon in the PC. You would have gained advantage. Well, actually, it would have been 1, 2, 3, 4. It would have been a 4-on-4, but it is a 5-on-4 because of that small and slight misplay there. So what Jack's going to do here is going to attack into this Victini with the Eevee, but unfortunately he gets burned here. And now the opponent is going to move up with the Kyurem. They are going to attack into this Eevee, and they're going to get the fly because they were confused. I thought I missed a play there, but apparently not. I don't know what Jack's doing here. I think maybe because it's confused. I don't know. I mean, the odds are not like the greatest. I mean, he's just attacking. But what the opponent's going to do is they are going to attack with the Victini. They're going to Fire Z move because what he wants to do is he wants to burn the rest of Jack's mons, and he does. But the good thing about Jack is Jack has a all-runner deck, so he's going to surround this Victini the following turn. Goodbye, Victini. Unfortunately, you are confused, you coward, and that's going to cause you to land the Shy Shock into the Shadow Snake. Goodbye. Alright, what does Jack do here? Can't remember. He's going to move up. I'm going to tag with Eevee. Probably just trying to get the KO so he can evolve and get rid of the status, get rid of the burn. And now, because he gets the outrage, he is no longer burned, but the problem is he is going to be confused. He's going to attack the Mew. Mew does have a slight miss. Mew doesn't really have any losing rolls here. But, I mean, it is burned, so Mew does have that miss. But looks like he's going to back up just in case, but he forgets that the opponent's Z move is up, and if he does hit this Mew, miss on the Mew, the Celebi is going to be frozen, and that's exactly what happens. But the good thing is the Kyurem is status, so there's no way that this thing cannot be permanently frozen, permafrost. So now Jack is going to gold block with this, and I love the switch here to threaten game the opponent's going to do here, but now Jack has to survive the throw, or otherwise it is going to be GG, boys. But the opponent, because they're confused, Jack gets the clutch survival roll. And now that is pretty much GG, boys. All he's got to do is land this attack onto the Kyurem. And unfortunately, the Kyurem land. Well, actually, wasn't that. It wouldn't have been game because they both would have been frozen. But he lands the natural miss. Feels bad. Yeah, actually, that would have been. Because Jack doesn't have any. Oh, okay, he would have evolved. Never mind. Yeah, he would have evolved. And that would have been game anyway. So, anyway, the opponent is going to power battle here. They're going to attack into the Vaporeon. Hoping the Vaporeon does hit their purple because he does have a miss because it's not level 5. But he gets the clutch quick attack, and now the opponent's going to have to use its ability to try and land the V-Crate. Do you think it's going to happen? Of course not, because it's only like, what's the slice, like 12, something like that? But good games to Jack and his opponent. And if you guys are, like I said, rocking the Celebi, it's going to be good. I'd be DCing those black and white Kyurems. All right, now let's jump into the first match by me. All right, so we'll go over team preview. We'll show you my deck. It's actually a lot different. Not a lot. Well, it's different from Craney. So we're going up against Malia. Malia, I've seen you in League, I think, like 3 or 4 times in the past couple days. But Malia, she's got the Dawn Wings, the cool one, the silver one, the metallic one, which I'm still salty that I have not received that booster or that. Yeah, that booster. So I'm pretty upset about that. So, but here's my deck. All right. Essentially, I'm gonna tell you guys how this deck even came about. I was bored, right? And I'm like, you know what? I want to run Pikachu. So I created an electric deck. We had double Coco, we had double Xurkitree, Pikachu, and I think like Vibrava or something like that. But I was like, Pikachu is just never gonna be good. Like I had 2 X speeds in there because of the purple meta. But I was like, other than that, like he's gonna get 3 MP. He's gonna be hitting for like 170-ish. But it's just Pika's just not that good, man, and it makes me sad. They need a free buff Pika. So then I was like, okay, what about a weight deck? So then I always wanted to try out the Guzzlord. We just haven't done it yet. So I was like, all right, I think now's the time we're going to do it. So what we originally had was we had 2 Xurkitrees, Celebi, Absol because of its ability to add another like more weight, Vibrava just because of goal, and then the Guzzlord. But then I was like, the problem is it's hard to place the Xurkitree, because if Xurkitree's right here and it gets attacked right here and they have a Mon right here, we can't move through it. So Xurkitree kind of has to play on the outside, just depending on how the opponent is in the center. But we needed a figure, a rock figure, because of the Continental Crush, which gives him an extended weight. Now I know this deck would be definitely better if we had the Stack Attacker to give him a longer weight. But I was like, if we have a weight of 9 with the Continental Crush, and then we have a weight of 4 because of the added ability from the Absol, that should give me enough time to have my Guzzler to move through figures. So we are rocking the double switch. Long throw, max revive, Dragon Sphere, Grass Sphere, and then, the Mega Absol and the Mega Dactyl. Malia, I'm pretty sure Malia had the same deck every time we played. And let me tell you, this thing is so damn annoying. I haven't seen these in forever, and like I said, I've been playing Malia a couple times, and this thing is just the bane of my existence. I hate this thing. But let's watch how this match unfolds. They're going to move up with the Marshadow. We're going to counter with the Vibrava. They're gonna bring. Oh, this thing. Well, he's not even that. He's not that annoying, but he's still annoying. So we're gonna bring on the Aerodactyl just in case you want to attack me for some odd reason. Then we land the Sky Drop, which I did level 10. We go over you. You get weight 1, and then we can bring on our Guzzler. So here, this was kind of a misplay. Like this was probably like the second match that I ran with this deck, and he brings on. This thing is so annoying too. This thing is annoying. The next video I wanted to make was countering this thing, Doughblade. But this thing has just been just annoying. So anyway, I brought up the circuitry here to just say, I'm like, all right, so how are you going to want to do this? If you attack me, you get weight. And we just have to hope you don't bring anything on this side so we can move through you. But this thing is just quite annoying. So it looks like they're going to bring on the Primal Kyogre. Kyogre usually chills back over here. I don't know why they're bringing it up here, but I'm like, all right. So I know what they're going to do. I'm going to grasp you here. They're going to come right here. And I'm like, I trust you, Vibrava. So we're just going to let you chill there. Boom, take away the Supersonic. I'm like, all right, that's cool. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Dragon Sphere. I should have just attacked with the Celebi. Well, I mean, he could have got the Moongrass and got rid of my Aerodactyl. But I don't do that. He gets a takeaway, and I'm like, oh, great. Here we go. It's already starting. It's already starting. So what do I do here? We're going to Mega Absol. Oh, yeah, we're going to Mega Absol, and we're going to try and get after this Marshadow. Because I'm upset. I didn't really know what else to do. So we're going to go after this Marshadow, and we get the D-Dance into the Sucker Punch. So fortunately, we get a roll. Let's go. And they're going to bring on the Kyogre. I'm like, okay, that's fine. We're actually going to attack this Kyogre. And they get the Origin Pulse, and I'm like, oh, Aerodactyl, please don't Sky Drop. Please don't Sky Drop. Please don't Sky Drop. Yes. Dude, actually, if these three that could have been really bad. But he's going to start moving up the Drift Limb. I figure I have a couple more turns of Mega, so we're going to attack this one more time. He does land the attack. I'm like, yes, let's go. Of course, I'm going to land Dodge. Pretty salty there. And he's going to advance up with this thing. So I'm like, all right, Blim. Like I said, you are the bane of my existence. We have to get rid of you. Please. Let's go. We do get the Sucker Punch into the takeaway. Now I don't have to deal with this Drift Blim, which I still haven't even used yet since I've gotten. So now as he moves over the Rhyperior, I'm like, okay, this is fine. We can sort of set this up. We're going to max revive. And our Z-Gauge is starting to come up. He's going to max revive here. He's going to move up this way. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Let's bring on Vibrava. So as he backs off, I'm going to come here, and I'm hoping he attacks me. He does attack me, and I'm hoping I get KO'd here. And he does KO me. I'm like, okay, this is perfect. Now we can bring on our Guzzlord. The only problem is I see that their Z-Gauge is coming up, and I was scared. I was like, all right, if I bring on my Guzzlord to get rid of this thing, I think this is still primarily the biggest threat against me. So what I decided to do, instead of bringing on my Guzzlord here and then move through the following turn, I decided to Continental Crush here, and then I'm going to switch so I can get rid of this. But because I do that, that allows this to come up. So I don't know how I feel about this play after making it, because this thing gave me problems. So he moves up here. I'm like, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to switch. He moves up there. Now I'm going to move through. So this thing is gone in the ultra space. We won't have to see it come back. And now he comes here, and I'm like, okay, this is bad. They have their Z-Gauge up. He's going to Tectonic Rage. And I'm like, dude, maybe I should have gotten rid of you. You were definitely more threatening. I don't know why I was just so scared of the Dawn Wings. But now we have to cover up goal. I'm like, please don't do this to me. Come on, please, please, please. It is paralyzed. We can be good. You have a miss. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you. So now we're going to threaten game here. They're going to have to cover up. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to attack with my Aerodactyl. It does have a miss. We can hop over. We can get it weight. We can switch again. I'm like, come on, please, please, please. We get the Taunt, which is super clutch because of what Taunt can do. If it lands the purple or blue, it's going to shift one space, and that's exactly what he does. He lands the Bulldoze. Now it's going to shift. Unfortunately, we didn't land damage, so we don't get the KO there, but it is paralyzed or confused now. And now we can also get rid of it. So as he moves up, I'm just going to switch. I'm going to come over, and we're going to attack. We're going to hope for that Brutal Swing or the KO, and we do get the Brutal Swing. Let's go. Now we get to move you off of the goal. You do have weight, but the opponent does have goal block. And now I'm going to take the entry point here. I don't know why they're going to... Oh, yeah, I remember, because our Z-Gauge was coming up. I think he should have came back and attacked my the Guzzler. But he doesn't. So since he gets rid of my Absol, I'm like, that's fine, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to Continental Crush you. This thing is annoying. And you know exactly what we're going to do. We still have one more switch. So we Continental Crush. This thing has weight 9. As he moves up, right play to try and get rid of me. But he gets the dodge. And now we're going to pull the switch. And we're going to say goodbye to the Drifblim here. The opponent had to cover up because we still have the Mega Aerodactyl. And now they're going to move up here. And now we're going to move up with our Circuitry. And he figures, Malia figures she gives is enough. But we do get the Dragon Tail, which is nice because it benches them if we get KO'd. But they're going to not take the L. They're going to de-evolve here. And I could have moved through. Could have sent that thing to the Ultra Space. But no need to. Don't need to BM. We're just going to take the goal with our Mega Aerodactyl because, like I said, no need for the BM. So GG's. Ouch. Ow, I just hit my head. Ow. Funny bone. GG's. GG boys to Malia. All right, let's jump into the last and final match. All right, so this match is kind of a blast from the past. Wait until you see the deck that I'm going up against. Look at this. Look at this troll. Jive, you troll. When I saw this deck, I was like, really? Like, I'm really going to play this thing? These things can just come off the bench whenever they want because of their ability. We know this thing's the Ironheart ability. It cannot, or mons adjacent to it cannot be KO'd by gold. So we have the Cobra Sandwich. You guys know. If you guys don't know, let me tell you. Cobra's going to be right here on the goal. These things are going to be right here next to it. And there's not much we can do because we don't have gold. Well, if we had gold, we couldn't KO him because of its ability. So this is like the ultimate turtle deck. But when I saw this, I was like, okay, this is going to be fun. So he's going to air balloon right away, and he's just going to try and cover up, take the goal and just start turtling up right away. And I'm like, that's fine. We're going to set up our defenses. I know what you're going to do. And I was actually going faster than my opponent. So I was like, when I first started playing this, I was like, maybe I should just turtle faster because like I had a solid like 10-15 seconds on them. But I was like, no, we're not going to do that. So we're going to play the Dragon Spear here just so we can have the 2 MP for our Guzzlord. Well, I mean, he does get 2 MP off the because of its ability. Wait, I don't know why you moved it over there. Is there some strategy I don't know about that's over here instead? So I'm going back and forth. They're going to bring on this thing, and I'm like, okay, this is fine. Now we're going to Grass Sphere because I'm going to the priority here is now to get rid of you. So I'm going to attack right into here, and it does get the take away, but because we have the Grass Sphere, you can't do anything. And then what Jive is going to do, he's going to attack. I was like, please don't attack Guzzlord, and he attacks here instead. I was like, oh, bro, mistakes. Why would you do that? Say goodbye to your Prinplup, not Prinplup, Empoleon. Say goodbye to your Empoleon. And because it's in the Ultra Space, we did land our blue. I'm trying to make this thing white spin so it can be paralyzed, but he doesn't get paralyzed. So now he's going to just attack into here. I'm not necessarily white, but we get the time. And now we can get rid of you. And things are looking pretty good. The 3 figures that can just come off the bench, one's in the Ultra Space, 2 are in the PC. We're pretty solid now. All we really have to do, our Z gauge is up, but our Z gauge is coming up, and we're just going to get our Dactyl. And we got to start sending more things to the Ultra Space. So they're going to Max Revive here, which is good that they actually waste the Max Revive. And I move over and I attack with the Celebi. I'm like, this puts you right back in the PC. I don't like that. I don't like you coming out. Get back in there. Goodbye. Now because of that, he's just going to sit back and forth. Now I'm going to start creeping up with my Guzzlords. Like I said, our Z gauges are coming up. We're just going to start closing off. And we have to wait for him to come here. Because when I Continental, I cannot move through the figures if they're right here. So we have to wait for this Deoxys to get right here. Then we can move through it with our Guzzlord. So now that he moves over, he's going to attack her. I'm like, oh no, we got to survive here. But of course, of course he's going to hit the counter. And I was like pretty salty there. So, but we do still have our Max Revive. So we're going to pull the Max Revive here. This time we're going to go on this side. He moves over once and I'll move over one. I'm like, come on, move over. And he does. I'm like, perfect. Perfect. Now we can Continental you, and then we can switch, and then guess what? DOD, you go into the Ultra Space as well. Wait, is that level? It's level 1 or 5, right? It's not 10. It's 5. Okay. So now he comes over with the Cobalion, and now we're going to switch. We still have the double switch. And I'm like, guess what, DOD? You gonna be... Oh, sorry. You gonna be gone. But he's going to pull the switch, and I was like, this little mother... Oh, okay. But he attacks me. And because he attacks me with the Psycho Bear, guess what that does? It gives him weight. I was like, oh, bro, mistakes. See you later. And we KO this thing, which is not that good because this thing comes back. We do get to KO it, though. But now it's got the Steelix back. And I'm like, okay, now we need to bring on my Celebi, which was bad, which was a terrible mistake because then he can do this. I don't know why I did that. I was just anticipating and totally negated the fact that his Z-Gauge was up. And I was like, okay, this is kind of bad now. So now we're going to make an Absol here. Because Absol does have the gold. He doesn't have anything to protect the gold. So now we're trying to get rid of this thing. So he's going to attack in here and... he gets the takeaway, and I was like, oh, my God. We might have a game now. Why did I not attack there? That was stupid of me. I should have attacked there 100%. But I take the entry point instead and attack and get taken away. And I'm like, wow. Wow. Like, are we really going to lose this? Are we really going to lose this? So he's got two Mons in the Ultra Space, and he has 2 of my Mons. So things are pretty even right now. But we get the Ultra Lighting, and we have 2 Mons in the Ultra Space, so we can spin for 2 Mons. Haven't really seen Circuitry's Blue actually being used. But I think that maybe this is a good deck to use it in. So they have weight. We still have another switch, but unfortunately, dude, it would have been nice. But too bad our Guzzlord is in the PC here. So he starts moving up. My Z-Gauge is up. I'm just getting ready for this thing to come up so we can we can get rid of it with Tectonic Rage. I don't know why he voluntarily just did that for me, so I'm like, all right. We don't have to worry about you. And we get our Guzzlord back. Let's go. Oh, this was such a bad play here. Such a bad play. I totally forgot that it's Steel, and I moved there. I don't know why I did that, but he Z moves, and I'm like, oh, my God, please. Thank God. We got to clutch a Dragon Tail, which is going to put him to the bench. Otherwise, he would have been right here. Hold on. Did I still have the air balloon? Let me see. Get our Absol back. No, we don't have the balloon. Wait, do we even have balloon? I don't have balloon on this deck? Huh, guess I don't have balloon on. That would have been GG boys. But then again, this thing does roll miss a lot. But yeah, that probably would have been game, and I got bailed out there. But now he's going to start bringing on this, and we get a clutch roll because we do hit the Sky Drop because it is level 10. We get to hop over. You have gain weight 5, but you go back to the bench, and then we can surround the DOD the following turn. Your Z-Gauge is up. And oh, no, they got to wait. They would have gotten a weight loss. But that's game. So good games to Jive. Blast from the Past deck. It was quite entertaining to see that deck again. Like back then though, like when that deck was around, oh man, it was so frustrating. Like almost as frustrating as the no, it wasn't as frustrating as the the Deoxys deck, but that was still pretty frustrating. But we're gonna cut the video there. I don't know if we might stream tonight. But we'll see. But tomorrow, I do have tomorrow off, so I have some stuff going on during the day, but after that, pretty available. So we're going to cut the video there. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, as always, peace.